What's up, everybody? It's a Blue Drake, and today I want to show off my Rimworld base to you. Now, Rimworld, I have been following for a good chunk of time. I pre-ordered it on Kickstarter, but since I only got one of the lower reward tiers, I only just got access to it. I've been waiting to get my hands on this game for a long time, but now that I actually have it on my computer and I've played it, I've got to say, it has by far met all my expectations and then some. I can't wait to see what else they're going to add into this game as time goes on, because just as an alpha state, it's incredible. It's really a great game. The gameplay is a mix between Prison Architect and Dwarf Fortress. There's a lot of city style management, but also the combat is really satisfying and in many ways tactical, and obviously all things tactical I absolutely love. Your guys, you have to keep in mind cover, and you can give your guys like medical, like if they get downed in the field, you have to come up and rescue them and heal them and give them medical attention, and it's really in depth. So I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of my base, and then we are going to fend off a massive raider attack from the west here and from the north. Alright, so let me give you a quick run through of my entire base. My entire base stems from this main power hub. This is a geothermal generator which runs all night and all day, and it generates a huge amount of energy. So my entire base is fleshed out behind the mountain here, past this geothermal generator. This is the main access point to my entire base, which is why it's also very heavily defended. I like building bases inside mountains. You don't have to build them inside mountains, but this is great because it protects me from both the elements and also from raider attacks. So north of the generator, or the main access point, you have the prison wing. Now, since I don't have any prisoners right now, and everything's been actually pretty good, I'm really just co-oping this as sleeping quarters since I have a lot of citizens. But if I were to have to detain prisoners, this is where I would do it. You have a little buffer zone here, kind of a checkpoint, so they can't escape easily, and then just have a corridor here that you can patrol. And it's separated from the rest of the base, so if they do escape, they won't be able to hurt any of my citizens. Now I have my main armory down here, all the way on the other side, away from the prison. This is where I keep all my main weaponry, and it's pretty close to the front line here, so all my guys, if they need a different type of gun, they can just get it and go back out to the front line. This is the main dining quarters. This is the main sleeping and living quarters. All my guys sleep and eat here. You can see them go around and eat and all that stuff. And then I have my Hydroponics Bay, where I grow all my food inside the mountain. So the solar generator pretty much diverts energy to these sun lamps, which grow my food. And I don't have to go outside and risk my citizens being attacked by raiders. I can just keep it all safe inside the base. And then I have my communications bay, which is actually turned off. Why are you turned off? I have my communications bay, and then my backup power supply back here. This is a really important part of the base. If my generator or my solar, any of my generators get knocked out in an attack, I should have enough power back here deep inside the base, protected from attacks, to keep everything running long enough to fend off the attack and then rebuild the generator. Since the generator does have to be placed on a steam geyser, I don't really have much choice. I'd prefer to have this generator deep back inside the mountain, but you know, you don't always have that option. So I was really having trouble with raiders attacking me near the beginning of the game, and having a single entrance and a single point of defense really helped. But I was still really getting my ass kicked when they launched massive assaults, and I had to find a good way to turn the tide in my favor, even if I wasn't using as many units as they would. So Sandbags, of course, were an obvious choice, and when I researched auto turrets, that was really exciting, but these auto turrets are actually really, really vulnerable, and if they get shot enough, they'll explode and sometimes even cause a chain reaction, which can blow up my entire generator. They're very, very vulnerable. So sandbags are good, but they don't do a perfect job at protecting these auto turrets. So what I do is I intersperse these walls kind of like armor pieces. Obviously, the solar generator is very well protected with armor all the way on all sides of it. But then on the exterior here, I found that using this layout of walls for armor allows my units to shoot out with pretty great accuracy while also being pretty well protected by incoming fire. Now, I mean, that's pretty obvious. You put something in between the enemy and you, and it's going to protect you. But here's why I wanted to do it with this layout with the walls. Originally, I had sandbags where these walls were, and that helped protect me when the enemy was firing from far away. But then the enemy would charge up and use my sandbags as cover and shoot inside my base and kill my guys. And I needed to find a way to keep that from happening. So what I did is I set up these walls, and since these are fully the enemy can shoot over sandbags and hit my guys, but they can't shoot over these walls. So putting them up in this order allows my units to shoot through these little windows, and it also allows the auto turrets to shoot through the windows pretty accurately and pretty like the field of view isn't very limited, but it protects them. It keeps them protected from the enemy's bullets, and when the enemy actually advance on the position, this does not help them nearly as much as it helps me, because the second layer of sandbags, they might be right up on my doorstep, but I can still shoot them while they take cover behind these little walls. So that's my first layer of defense. My second layer of defense is I actually have a huge minefield out here across the base. There's a lot of cover, as you can see, like all these rocks and stuff like that. When the enemy attacks, they usually come up and they immediately take cover at these rocks. Well, what they don't know is I'm a sneaky little bastard, and I put mines up on all these little cover points. So they all come up here, I start shooting at them, and they get suppressed. They all go to cover, and then as soon as they go to cover, I just blow these blasting charges and kill all of them. It's like a deviously effective solution, and I can slaughter vastly superior forces in no time. Alright, so I'm going to press the play button, and we're going to look at this all in action. John, don't get yourself killed. Alright, so I've got my sniper. She's going to take the first shot. Now you'll see my turrets are perfectly, you can see the turrets are perfectly capable of shooting. Like, it's almost as if these don't even get in the way of their field of view. Now these, you can see all these guys just hunkered around that piece of cover. I'm going to take out 3 guys right in the beginning of the game. Boom, dead. There's the second one. And if they move up past it, they get slaughtered by my gunfire. But if they stay by cover, they're gonna get killed by my mines. All right, John, clear that turret. Bam! Not a single casualty. Hell, I don't even think any of my guys got hit. Oh, no, Richmond got hit, I think, once. Yeah, I had got, like, 1 hit, and I just slaughtered an entire an entire battalion of raiders. So, I don't know, maybe this will help out some of you guys when you design your bases, but I really just wanted to show off this game because it's really, really fun, and I'll have to show some battles where I don't have such an extreme advantage. Because I had some pretty epic battles here at the beginning of the game when I was still figuring things out, and I can't stress enough how awesome the the tactical aspect of controlling your guys is like you could tell them where to go and everything, and it's almost like it combines the best parts of like a real-time strategy action game and the kind of city management aspect, because as soon as I turn these guys off from combat mode, they go about their day and live their lives, but it still lets me turn them into combat mode and then directly control my tactics and my strategy. Well, thanks again, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to check out the game for yourself, link's going to be in the description. As always, like, favorite, and subscribe, etc., and I will see you next time. Love you!